Hello friends, how are you? This is Pastor Daniel Gouveia. Thank you so much for checking out this review. I know it's not a review of a Bible that you can buy easily, but I was blessed to find this Bible on the Facebook group Buy, Sell, Trade, Everything Bibles. And I have to say that God really smiled on me, because I know that this Bible, a used copy, is right now selling on Amazon, or was a few days ago, for $680 some. I found another used copy online for $280 something, 82 I think. And I can tell you, I did not pay that amount of money, nothing compared to that. Actually, the brother who sold this Bible to me was so kind. I am so blessed, and I thank God, and I thank this brother of mine. I didn't ask him to mention his name, so I won't. And we had such an amazing transaction, because I offered what I could offer for this Bible, although I told him, hey, I totally understand if you sell this to somebody else, because I know you can get a lot more for this Bible. So he was so kind. He sent me pictures of the Bible, and the Bible is in brand new condition. That's what I can say. Like new. The gilding has a little, I don't know how to say it. I don't know if I can say it's a defect, but has a little something, okay? And I don't know what to call it, but it really doesn't bother me at all. God is good. That's all that I can say. I was really interested in this Bible. I've watched some reviews online. This is the ESV Heirloom wide margin Bible in deep brown goatskin, and I just have to say that I absolutely love this Bible. And the reason may be because when I was studying theology a long time ago in France, I had a teacher who actually had an amazing taste in terms of aesthetics, and he used a Bible, of course in French, that was sold by the Société Biblique de Genève, which is Geneva Bible Society. And the Bible was really very similar to this one. It was different, but it was the format, the size, maybe a little bit thicker, but it was a wide margin with margins that were kind of this wide, and with a gutter that was kind of like this size of a gutter. And I don't know if it's that, but since then, I was always hoping that I one day would find a Bible like this. Now, my main translation is the New King James translation, but I do love the ESV, the English Standard Version, a lot. I use it, and I am so happy that I could find this Bible and that I could buy it. So thank you, Jesus, and thank you, brother. So as you can see, this has a beautiful, beautiful grain. I have here my NASB, New American Standard Bible by Schuyler. It's a Quintel 28 GSM, one of my first premium Bibles. I really love it, and the grain is also very glorious, and this grain kind of reminded me of this grain, but to be honest, this grain is actually better. For me, it's really more pronounced and just gorgeous, beautiful. I don't know how they did this. I just think it's awesome. In the spine, you have in gold Holy Bible. On the top, ESV, the ESV logo, and English Standard Version, and then the Crossway logo, which is a cross made out of 4 squares. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 raised hubs, or raised ribs, or raised whatever you want to call them. They're just beautiful. And this Bible is really thin, okay? If I put the Quintel here, the 28 GSM New American Standard, you can see that the wide margin, ESV wide margin, Heirloom wide margin is thinner. Yeah, so it's really thin, and it's perimeter stitched, as you can see, and the stitching is barely noticeable, but it's there. So it adds a finesse to it that I really like. It has a beautiful yap. It's not huge, but it's a little yap, and it's very nice. It's not like ridiculously small. It's a small, yeah, but it's there. It's very noticeable. So nice. The gilding is beautiful. Again, it has that little defect there, but you can totally see that this gilding is high quality gilding, and it has this kind of salmon color underneath the gold. So it's red under gold or salmon under gold, however you want to call it. And then when you open it up, you have a liner that I'm not sure if this is leather or if it is a synthetic liner. It's not very soft, and I'm actually okay with that because unlike most Bible geeks, I actually love covers that are not very, very flexible. So this is very flexible. I'm sure you can do whatever you want with it, but I won't. I don't like to bend my covers too much, and has a very thin gilt line. It is edge lined, of course, which adds stability and durability to the Bible. And then after these initial thick sheets of paper, you have the presentation page, the Holy Bible presented to you by On. Beautiful, simple. Still, this paper is still thick. Not exactly like this one, but still thicker than the Bible paper. You have marriages here, births, adoptions, deaths. Then you have the title page, the Holy Bible with the ESV logo. And again, the second title page with English Standard Version containing the Old and New Testaments, Crossway. Then you have the information page. This is the 2011 text. I actually asked Crossway, and they did not produce this Bible with the 2016 text. I believe these Bibles were put out in 2014, I think, and they never actually printed this Bible with the 2016 text. You have here a preface to the ESV, and then you have explanation of features included in this edition. And the title page for the Old Testament, and then, boom, the Bible text. And this, to me, is the beauty. To me, this is one of my favorite formats and layouts for a Bible. Just the fact that it has two columns and it has these wide margins that are not super wide. I know there's people out there that love margins that are almost double of this, but I don't really have much use for those. I think this is enough. These margins are just a tad little bit over 1 inch, and in the gutter you have 1 inch for what I could measure. So I really love it. You have the cross references here in the bottom in the right inferior corner, and you have the translation notes as footnotes. So I love this layout. Just these size of margins to me, and the double column format, the fact that the Bible is not thick, to me is just beautiful. And this is what I want maybe in a Bible that I will use as my main Bible for many years. The paper here is a 28 GSM paper, very thin, very elegant, very nice to the touch, very smooth. I know that the new ESVs that are being printed in China are apparently being produced with 36 GSM paper. I'm going to be honest. In terms of looks and feel, and when you touch the paper, maybe the 28 GSM is a little bit better, especially because it gives you a thinner Bible. But I have to tell you that to me, paper is important not only as something that you like to touch, but something that you like to use, to write, to make annotations. I make a lot of annotations in the Bibles that I use the most. And I turn the pages very quickly, sometimes in the pulpit or when giving Bible studies. So 36 GSM for me works actually better than 28 GSM. Again, this is very, very good paper. I've been writing in a 28 GSM Bible a lot, which is my Quintel. As you can see, I actually took this Bible out during a storm and I messed up the gilding and the paper got all wrinkled, but I still use it. I read from it, underline it every day, make annotations. I've been reading. Just love the Gospel of John, don't you? And You see, I treat my Bibles like this. They get a pretty bad beating. So 28 GSM definitely works for that, even though I actually prefer 36 GSM when it comes to the usability of the Bible. So other than that, this is a very simple layout. It's a black letter Bible, and the book names are in black. The chapter numbers, verse numbers are in black. The text is all black. So there's not much to say about this Bible except that this is beautiful, okay? Simple and beautiful. The Bible does come up quite a little bit when you open it. It curls here, as you can see. I think with the use, this would go down for sure. Kind of reminds me of another Bible by Crossway that I actually have and reviewed on my channel. I don't know if this was one of my first ESVs. Definitely it was. And you see it has the same problem. I don't use this Bible much, especially because this Bible doesn't have space in the gutter. I actually love to have space in the gutter. I like to write in the gutter. This is the ESV verse by verse in top grain leather. I love this Bible. It's a beautiful Bible. I love the fact that it is a verse by verse and that the verse numbers are actually bolder than the text. The text is very readable because it has a lot of space between the lines. Here in the wide margin, it does have a good space between the lines. It's not as big of a space as this one, but still, it's very readable. Now, of course, the only thing I would change in this Bible for sure is the verse numbers. I would like them to be a little bit bolder. I don't mind paragraph format, but I do love verses that are a little bit bolder. Now, if I were to use this Bible as my main Bible, I would definitely highlight the verses and make them stand out. I do that when I use Bibles that even have verses that are very noticeable. As you can see here, the Quintel New King James, you see that the verses are bold. The font is big and the verses are bolder than the font. They stand out. Still, when I'm studying, I always highlight the verse numbers. When I'm preaching on a passage, I preached on Revelation 21 with this Bible. You can see how I really like the verse numbers to stand out. So this is what I would change in this Bible. The ESV Heirloom wide margin, I would put in some bolder verse numbers. I don't think that Crossway has any plans of producing this Bible again. I've asked and they told me that they could put in that request if I was interested. Now, as I said, this is not my main translation, the ESV. If it was, I would definitely put in that request because I would want this with the 2016 text, just have the most recent ESV text, and I would make this probably my main Bible overall. When you come to Revelation, you have table of weights and measures in monetary units. Beautiful. Have a concordance, and here's the introduction and abbreviations. And then you have the concordance, which is really nice. This concordance has 59 pages and the font is small, so it's a very decent sized concordance. Although the font is small, to my eye, it poses no problem. It's not super small. Then you have 8 maps and they're very nice. They're this kind of a shiny and glossy paper. Not super shiny, but definitely shiny and glossy. And I like the colors. They don't hurt your eye. They're very nice. Like I said, 8 maps, and at the end you have these thick sheets of paper to give stability to the Bible. I believe there are 4 or 5. There you go, 4, and then last one and the back cover. You have goatskin leather. Beautiful, beautiful Bible. I'm just impressed with the quality of this leather, with this grain. The beauty, this deep brown, this dark brown is beautiful. Just the overall size of the Bible, I just love it. Oh yeah, you have 4 ribbons. They're not super nice, I would say, but I like the colors. They're just skinny like me, and they're not very long, unlike me. All right, so what else? I think that's it for this Bible. If you have any questions, let me know. God bless you, my friends. Whatever Bible you use, just use it to the best of your ability. Pray that the Lord may speak to you. Read it, study it, meditate, memorize. Get to know Jesus more and more every day and share Him with others. May you be a true follower of Christ. May you keep the commandments of God and have the faith of Jesus. That's my sincere desire for you, and see you soon. Bye!